thought about it. I'm like, yeah, one day I'm gonna marry Deiondra, but I didn't know that I was gonna do this soon, like
right.
propose and stuff. I'm just like, I called my mama like, hey, I think I'm gonna marry Deiondra. My mama like, all right. So she like, shit.
Jacquees and his baby mama, Deiondra Sanders, are going at it again, and things just keep getting worse. They've been arguing for a while now, and every time it seems like they've hit rock bottom, something new happens. Recently, Deiondra was almost in a fight because Jacquees' sister allegedly pulled up on her in Tennessee, ready to throw hands. The reason? She was talking badly about Jacquees' family, especially his mom. A Twitter user put Deiondra on blast, spilling the details about how she almost got jumped by Jacquees' sister. Now, we all know Deiondra isn't the type to back down, so she clapped back hard. But wait, there's more. On top of all this drama, Jacquees was exposed for allegedly cheating on her with multiple women. Even worse, rumors say he was trying to get back with his ex, Dreezy, while Deiondra was pregnant with his child. The situation is beyond messy. And what does Deiondra's father, Deion Sanders, think about all of this? His daughter is out here, being disrespected left and right, but he hasn't publicly stepped in, at least not yet. Meanwhile, Deiondra is upset about Jacquees teaming up with Dej Loaf again. If you didn't know, Jacquees and Dej had a mixtape called F Us a Friend Zone a few years back, and now they've released F Us a Friend Zone 2 Slags. Deiondra isn't happy about them working together, hanging out, and promoting the album. She made it clear that she doesn't trust the situation at all. She even questioned whether Jacquees and Dej are really together.
Deiondra came with me on tour. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And my mom was telling me on tour, she was like, hey, that's the one. She was like, I'm telling you, like, you need to go ahead and figure out how you going, but that's the one. She make you better. That's what you need.
She got you going to church.
Yeah, she was like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And this before all that. This was my mama just seeing early, like, because Deiondra came on the bus and just straightened up the whole tour bus. like my room was a mess. I came back, my shit organized, shoes over here, drawers over there, socks, She just getting everybody right on the bus. I'm like, Chowder came and changed the whole shit. And my mom was noticing that, like, damn, she put some structure.
Right.
Or just pretending to boost album sales. But at the same time, she said she doesn't care which one is true. Either way, she doesn't like it. And from that point on, things just got worse. The tension escalated when Jacquees and Dej planned to shoot a music video for the album. Dej reportedly refused to have Deiondra anywhere near the set. If anyone thought Deiondra was going to let that slide, they don't know. She took to social media and completely dragged the album and everyone involved. She tweeted something along the lines of, "People gotta fake relationships just to sell albums. Stop asking why I'm not around. I'm not allowed to be there." Because Dej would feel uncomfortable if his fiancé was on set. Y'all got it. Hope your little album sells more than ever. That set off Jacquees' mom, Rose. And let me tell you, Rose did not hold back. She fired back at Deiondra, calling her a fool for even suggesting the relationship was fake. According to Rose, everyone already knows it's not real, so Deiondra was making herself look ridiculous. Fans took Jacquees' side in the whole thing, pointing out that Dej Loaf is openly dating a woman, so Deiondra had no reason to be mad about them working together. But Rose wasn't done. While she dragged Deiondra, she actually gave credit to Deion Sanders for putting Jacquees on his show. That only made things worse. Deiondra got mad all over again and went off on Instagram saying, "Yes, you're welcome for having your son on my daddy's show. They treated him with class, unlike y'all. Y'all got the right one today." At this point, the drama was at an all-time high, and Deiondra wasn't holding anything back. She went on to expose Jacquees' mom, claiming she was mishandling her son's money. She even called Rose out by name, saying, "Miss Rosie better stop playing with me. Nobody is off limits now. Go be with your husband and keep stealing and hiding your son's money." Deiondra didn't just go after Jacquees' mom, she went for the entire family. And since we all know Jacquees is a certified mama's boy, it wasn't surprising when he allegedly kicked Deiondra out. Word on the street is she's back at her mom's house, and people are saying their engagement is off too. But you didn't hear that from me. Honestly, none of this should come as a shock. Everybody knows Jacquees puts his mom first, so Deiondra should have expected that he wasn't going to stand by and let her disrespect her. His entire family was furious, and they weren't about to let it slide. If you thought Rose shading Deiondra on Instagram was bad, that was just the beginning. Things nearly turned physical when Jacquees' sister, Miracle, allegedly tried to fight Deiondra over everything that had been said. Now, let's talk about why Jacquees always sides with his mom, even when she's clearly in the wrong. Deiondra has hinted that his relationship with his mother is a little too close for comfort. He has openly admitted that he doesn't make big decisions without his mom's approval. And if that wasn't messy enough, he even admitted that he had to get her permission before proposing to Deiondra. This whole situation has been a mess from the beginning. Both families have made it clear they don't like each other. Deion Sanders and his sons never approved of Deiondra's relationship with Jacquees, and they only started accepting him after she had his baby, Snow.
To ask her before you do that, you know what I'm saying? So she like, you need to take her out and you need to ask her these certain questions. Ask her her long-term goals, her short-term goals. Ask her like, you know, like how y'all can work together, like, you know, to do certain things, like what's the plan? Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? She like, make sure y'all got a plan. You feel what I'm saying? And make sure you know her short-term goals and her long-term goals.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I was like, okay, cool. She was like, but besides that shit, ain't she it?
On the other side, Jacquees' family didn't like Deiondra either, and there was always some drama between them. That's why it seemed strange to Deiondra that Jacquees needed his mother's permission to propose. Asking for advice is one thing, but waiting for her approval? That's a little odd. What made it even weirder was that Deiondra had to go through an interview she didn't even know about. Mama Rosie told her son to ask Deiondra about her life goals, qualifications, and all sorts of things, almost like she was hiring a nanny instead of welcoming a future daughter-in-law. Jacquees himself admitted that his mom didn't want anything to do with Deiondra until one day when she came onto their tour bus and cleaned everything up. That was the moment Rosie decided Deiondra was the one. Sounds crazy, right? You'd think that would have been enough to get Rosie on Deiondra's side, but it wasn't. Before Deiondra, Jacquees was with Dreezy for a long time. Rumors say Deiondra was the reason they broke up. Rosie loved Dreezy and hated that Jacquees moved on. Some even say that Jacquees' proposal only happened because he got caught flirting with Dreezy. If you remember, Deion Sanders didn't want his daughter dating Jacquees in the first place because of his cheating habits. Turns out, Mama Rosie knew her son was messing around with his ex while Deiondra was pregnant. When Deiondra found out, she didn't keep quiet. She started throwing shade at Dreezy online after Jacquees proposed. She was clearly upset and even tweeted, "Why would he switch out a dime for a penny?" She didn't stop there. She called Dreezy out for sending weird gifts and followed up with another tweet. "Obsessed is when you still sending underwear with your face on it to the crib." That set everything off because Dreezy is not the type to stay quiet. She clapped back with her own response, making it clear that Jacquees had been chasing after her the whole time. Dreezy tweeted, "Obsessed is y'all having a baby on the way, but the ninja begging to get me pregnant because he fuck with you. Bird brain TF. I turn your ninja down every day for you and this is the thanks I get?" Then, she backed up everything she said with receipts. She shared texts from Jacquees where he was practically begging her to take him back. One of them said, "Don't be a dummy, just let me get you pregnant too." Dreezy shut him down immediately. She also posted another screenshot with the caption, "This your baby daddy." But the worst part? In those same messages, Jacquees was talking trash about Deiondra too. He straight up told Dreezy, "I want you. I don't want her. You are my true love." Again, Dreezy rejected him, making it clear she wasn't interested. From the messages, it also seemed like Jacquees told Dreezy that getting Deiondra pregnant didn't mean he loved her. After all of this, Deiondra couldn't hold back her emotions. She took to social media, writing, "I'm just so heartbroken. I prayed for God to show me. I know we shouldn't question God, but sometimes I wonder why he even allowed me to love this hard if he knew this was going to happen. I just feel so stupid and so dumb. But what's done is done." Deiondra has been focusing on herself while making sure Jacquees pays for what he did. One major way she's doing that, their son. She made it clear that Snow would be taking her last name, Sanders, since Jacquees never married her. From the way things are going, a wedding doesn't seem likely to happen at all. Ever since it came out that Jacquees was sneaking around with his ex, Deiondra hasn't trusted him around any woman. It makes sense why she's so suspicious. At this point, she doesn't seem to care what his family thinks of her anymore because it's obvious they will never accept her. Rumors are even going around that Mama Rosie has taken it upon herself to find Jacquees the right woman. It seems like she thought she could control Deiondra, but when she realized she couldn't, she started pushing her son to explore other options. Even though she denies that anything is going on between Jacquees and Dejloaf, people aren't buying it. Many believe she's pressuring Jacquees to go after Dej just to get rid of Deiondra. And that brings us to the part where the whole family started throwing hands. There were a lot of things leading up to it, but in the end, Jacquees' sister, Miracle, tried to fight Deiondra in Tennessee. This whole situation has turned into a full-blown mess, and Deiondra seems to be in the middle of it. From accusing Rosie of mishandling Jacquees' money to getting banned from his music video shoot with Dejloaf, she's been going back and forth with his family. And just when it seemed like things couldn't get any worse, another family member jumped in. We wouldn't have even known about it if a Twitter user hadn't immediately spilled the details, calling Deiondra out and telling her to stop lying.
How you doing, baby girl?
I'm good, Daddy.
You doing good?
Mm-hmm. I'm doing great.
We praying ourselves up, keeping ourselves full of the word.
Yeah.
Thank you, dear. I appreciate it.
I'm done letting people. I'm done.
Well, why do you allow yourself to be provoked?
Because people be playing with me.
Yeah, but you gotta learn how the greatest gift in the world that I possess is the ability to walk away.
I know. I need to learn that right now.
You gotta learn, baby, how to walk away and live and smile to see another day.
Just pray for me.
I always
Thank
pray
you.
for you. I pray for this little joker too.
Anyway, the current speculation is that Deiondra and Jacquees.
Deiondra tweeted, "I love my family." But this person wasn't having it. They fired back saying, "Hell no, that's not true." They even brought up how Jacquees' sister almost fought Deiondra that day, saying she ran away to the back when things got heated and that Jacquees cursed her out. The comment got even more brutal when they called Deiondra a roach that just won't leave the family alone. First, she was called a dummy, and now a roach. It was definitely not a good day for her. Deiondra didn't just sit back and take it, though. She clapped back fast, even though she ended up deleting her response just as quickly. She wrote, "And let's talk about how once my dad's security showed up, y'all were too scared to even be in the same room as me. I bet y'all know